Hey. I haven't been on live in a while. Nobody's here yet. So I'm just going to start. So hopefully you guys get notifications. Because notifications have been weird. But anyway, this is your sacred scribe here, ready to do a different type of reading. So what I'm going to be doing today is seeing which type of ancestor you should be working with. So we're going to go pull a card for blood, place, and time. Okay, so ancestors of blood would be your paternal ancestors. So ancestors of the mother, ancestors of the father. Okay, ancestors of place would be wherever your ancestors came from, right? Ireland, Italy, wherever they came from. And ancestors of time are ancestors that are actually you. You reincarnated many times, right? So that would be your ancestors of place. So we're going to start with Taurus, and then we're going to go Virgo Capricorn. I will timestamp this in the description box below. So I did this for myself, and it was pretty cool. And then we're going to see how, if you choose, because you're going to choose 1, 2, or 3, which ancestor you want to work with right now. Okay, so it's going to tell you, hey, how are you, this little JD? That's a cute name. So you're going to choose which ancestor you're going to work with. And then my second question is going to be how working with each specific ancestor will impact you. So it's quite interesting. I did the reading on myself, and it's very cool. So for Taurus, the first, you have the 8 of Wands for ancestor of blood. Now remember, blood again is direct ancestors, paternal ancestors from your mother, your mom's mom. Okay, that would be ancestors of blood. So what about ancestors of place? Now we're going to go through each, and we're going to see what you would be working on with these ancestors. 7 of Pentacles. And how about place? Time. 9 of Wands. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so Taurus, you have for the ancestors of blood, you have the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands talks about passion. The 8 of Wands talks about love. It also talks about distance. I'm also hearing travel. So I feel like with the ancestors of blood, if you choose to work with these ancestors, you'll be working on things that you need to take action on. Wands are about action, right? Could be working on passionate love, like what it is that you love. This includes love affairs, romantic love, passionate love, okay? Things that you need to act on, I feel that really are near and dear to your heart, and that you feel an abundance of passion for. Okay. Now the ancestors of place, which would be your ancestors where they came from, Ireland, Italy, wherever they came from. These ancestors would be the 7 of Pentacles. Now the 7 of Pentacles talks about patience, but 7s are divine numbers to me. So with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like you'll be working with ancestors that'll help you to decide where you should be investing your time, your energy, right? And how you can be patient in waiting for whatever you invest your time in to grow. Now with the 9 of Wands, with ancestors of time, which is very cool, the 9 of Wands talks about the wounded warrior, right? Somebody that doesn't give up, somebody that really pushes through the worst of things. So I feel like ancestors of time, you'll be working with possibly getting to the root cause of defenses that you have, walls that may be blocking you from movement forward, and why these defenses are there. I feel like these ancestors would take you back in time to past lives, and you would be working on issues that may be propping up lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Okay. Now let's see if you were to choose ancestors of blood to work with, okay? To work on your passions, to work on, acting on your passions, to making things manifest. Let's see how this would impact your life right now. Remember, your ancestors are all around you. Trust me, I've seen my ancestors, and they are, I was floored when they showed themselves to me. I was truly floored. In this room, this wall behind me, I saw just people, endless people. It was like it was going back into infinity. All different cultures, all different races. Like my room was filled and it receded back into the wall. It just went on into infinity. And the message was then, I'm never alone. And when I saw that, I truly knew, oh my God, I am surrounded by an endless amount of ancestors, right? They're like right at your fingertips. Oh my God. Taurus, you got the star, clarifying the 8 of Wands for the ancestors of blood. So if you choose to work with the ancestors of blood and connect with them during meditation, I'm also going to pull a crystal card for this too. The star is about healing. The star is about wishes. So they're going to help make your wishes come true. They're going to help you heal whatever you need to be healed in order to make this happen. What are you wishing for right now, Taurus? Are you having a problem pushing forward with acting on your desires to manifest this into your world? This is what the ancestors of blood will give you and offer you. So if you choose to work with the ancestors of place with the 7 of Pentacles, whoops, oh my gosh, we have the world energy. So they're going to help you to clear karma. That's what I'm getting with the world. They're going to help you with a brand new freaking cycle in this lifetime. So I feel like if you work with the ancestors of place, they're going to help you to break the chains that bind you, cut ancestral patterns out. They're going to help you understand why these patterns exist in the first place, right? And what you can do to begin anew, to break these chains for future generations. So what about the 9 of Wands? If you choose to work with the ancestors of time, the 9 of Wands, Sagittarius energy here, right? So it's interesting. You've got 2 cards that are, wow, oh my God. So you get the Death card. Death is Scorpio energy. You are going to learn how to transform. They're saying transmute energy. Transform and transmute energies in order to create something new for yourself. I also feel that this, similar to the place, ancestors of place, I feel like you're going to learn to understand patterns that you've kept going in past lifetimes. Why do you keep repeating it lifetime after lifetime? And what actions were you taking in past lifetimes that caused these walls to be put up and blocking your way to your dreams here? So with the Death card, this is a chance at renewing yourself, breaking the chains that you have bound yourself lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Hey, Christine. So, wow, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these choices. I mean, you can work with them all, but the impact that it will have on your life right now, I feel like you have to use this, the second card that I pulled, to really determine which one you want to do first, right? Do you want to work on your desires, your wishes coming true, and how to move forward, right? Is this something you want to work on right now? Is this like a roadblock for you right now? Making your wishes, your dreams come true and acting on them, right? So with the ancestors of place, All right. Do you want to break the ancestral karma? Do you want to break this? Do you want to have a better understanding as to what your lineage, what's been going on with your ancestors in your lineage? What keeps being repeated, right? Is it, for instance, let's take alcohol addiction, right? That's just a very general instance, right? They're going to help you to see and understand why this exists, and they're going to help you to break it. And with the third one, again, are you wanting and desiring to transform, right? Those blocks within you, that resistance. That's what I'm feeling with the time. The resistance that you hold within, I feel like they're going to teach you to allow. And when you're allowing and you let resistance go, this is when all your dreams come true. So really, truly, Taurus, I don't think you can go wrong here. I'm going to pull a crystal card for each. So whichever one you decide to work with, I would highly recommend getting this crystal, whatever one shows up. What about the ancestors of blood? Which crystal should Taurus be using? Black coral, light in the darkness. So this is the stone you should be using for ancestors of blood if this is your choice. What about ancestors of place? And look up these crystals too and see their healing properties. Get to know them, right? Use them in meditation while you're trying to connect with your ancestors of blood and your bloodline. Maybe get a DNA test done, right? And check out where your lineage falls. I've been so meaning to do that. I really have to do that. Moldavite. Oh my God. Moldavite will freaking change your life. I'm telling you, if you want change in your life, Moldavite, Star Child, this is the ancestors of place crystal that you need to be using. Okay. So ancestors of time. It's interesting. When I pull cards for myself, the ancestors of time, I got the Fool, which is taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. And I'm like, hell yeah. All right. Azurite, focus. Okay, so this is going to help you focus on what needs to be done in order to be transformed, okay? And I'm also getting transmuting energy here, okay? And with all three, I'm getting the word travel. So I feel like they may even prompt you to travel, maybe to places that your ancestors have been, where the energy is strong. Have you ever been to a place, Taurus, where you're just like, oh my God, I really feel the energy. I really feel a connection there. And you wonder why? And no doubt it's because your ancestors made an impact wherever it is that you're feeling that energy. Something happened. All right, Taurus, very cool. All right, so next up is Virgo. So Virgo, oh, let me write down this time. So 13, 15, let me get a sip of water. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's going on with you. Which ancestors do you wish to work with? Ancestors of blood, again. Ancestors of blood, Virgo, are your paternal ancestors, your mom's mom, your dad's, okay? Ancestors of place, where did your ancestors originate from? Italy, Africa, anywhere. If you know, if you don't know, even if say you're adopted, right? And you're like, well, I don't know who my ancestors are. It doesn't matter. In meditation, they know who you are. Trust me when I tell you, they are all around you. You just need to A, believe it, and B, connect with them and feel them in meditation, because they will be there. But with meditation, like anything else, Taurus, you really have to have consistency. Consistency is truly the key with connection to spirit. So set aside, I don't care if at first it's 5 minutes a day. Just be consistent about doing that 5 minutes a day, Virgo. And trust me when I tell you, you've got to be patient. You've got to be patient. Okay, your first card. Spirit's like, hurry up, get to it. Okay, so ancestors of blood, Virgo, you have the World card. So stopping karmic cycles. Interesting, because Taurus got that in the Ancestors of Place. So we're going to go over that in a minute. I want to pull all three cards first. So the World card, Capricorn energy, also Saturn energy, right? And Saturn is sort of the taskmaster. But Saturn teaches tough lessons. He's the father of astrology here, right? And Saturn's in Aquarius now. So I would highly recommend you see where that falls in your chart. So the Page of Wands is in the Ancestors of Place spots. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. So messages, huh? I feel like, okay, the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo, and you show up in your ancestors' reading. They're like, we see you, Virgo. We know who you are. Wow. So that's the ancestors of time. Now, ancestors of time, Virgo, are you from past lives. So all of your past lives that you had, all of those reincarnations are essentially you. So that is your ancestors of time. You want to connect to your past lives, ancestors of time. So let's go through this with the World card, ancestors of blood. They're going to teach you how to break karmic cycles. They are going to, I really feel like, work on patterns of behavior that have been repeated over time and that are sort of roadblocks in the way of your getting what you want, manifestations, right? Resistance, things that are blocking you. So let's see, if you were to choose ancestors of blood, how would this impact your life at this time? Because it really depends on what's going on in your life, Virgo, right? Which one do you want to work with now? Are you really trying to, say, find a career or be independent and focus on you and your confidence, right? That's showing up in the ancestors of time. Or are you interested in your lineage and interested in the patterns that you carry with you in your DNA and breaking those patterns for future generations to come? Good evening, Carol. How are ya? Hey, Stephen. Inherited behavior, exactly. So we have the Fool. I freaking love it. I got this in my ancestors of time when I pulled this for me, for myself. So, wow. So part of breaking cycles for you and breaking karma may have to do with, maybe there were people in your past or ancestors, right, that find it difficult to take risks, right? And why that exists, like what went on in this lineage that sort of put a wall up whenever, you know, they wanted to take a leap of faith and maybe fear got in the way. And you're going to break that cycle, Virgo. So is that something that you want to work on? Is that something that you're feeling now? Like, you know what? I haven't taken any risks, or I always want to take risks and I just find myself in fear all the time, or for whatever reason, if that's ringing true, the way that it's going to impact you is it's going to set you free. That's what I'm feeling with the Fool. It's going to set you free. So with the Page of Wands and ancestors of place, I feel like, yeah, this is all about optimism. How it's going to impact you is the sun. I mean, you can't get anything better than the freaking sun. Hang on 1 minute. Hello. Hey guys. Spirits Sight in Between. That's a cool name. Hello. Hey, Stephen. All right. So the sun here is clarifying the Page of Wands. So if you choose to work with the ancestors of place, okay, this is going to bring you extreme happiness. I also feel like they may bring you back into the past. That's what I'm feeling with the sun. There's going to be a lot of illumination as to why you are the way that you are, are you pessimistic, or do you find yourself being pessimistic, Virgo? Is that something that you're working on? Because I feel like if it is, this is what you need to choose, Ancestors of Place, because a lot is going to be illuminated within you as to why all this pessimism. And is that something that exists within your family? Is that common? Like, seeing, the forest through the trees, not being able to see way out there, right? Just having, look at this dude. Look at the Page of Wands. He looks like he's just carefree. He hasn't got a care in the world. He's having fun, and he's optimistic. That's what I'm feeling from the Page of Wands. He's optimistic. He's coming with good news. He's expecting good news. So do you always seem to expect the worst? Right? Maybe you need to work with your Ancestors of Place, because they are bringing extreme happiness your way. Maybe even a soulmate, I'm feeling. Okay, so Ancestors of Time, which is essentially you, Virgo, in past lives, right? So this is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is talking about, this is who you are. This is the core of who you are. You are independent. You are optimistic. You are confident, right? Within yourself, and abundance. So if you're not feeling like, a typical Virgo should, maybe this is something or somebody that you need to connect with in your ancestry. So how will this impact Virgo, this Nine of Pentacles? I feel like they're going to teach you to plant seeds and get your abundance. They're going to teach you to believe in yourself. They're going to teach you to know that where your intuition is guiding you to plant these seeds, I'm feeling like they're teaching you to trust it, Virgo. All right. Wow. Oh my God. So, wow, Virgo, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles as to how this will impact your life if you choose to go with the Ancestors of Time is the freaking Empress, which is the major arcana to the minor arcana. So there is major growth here. You can't get anything better than the Empress. Well, you have the High Priestess, but still, the Empress, earth energy, abundance, intuitive, patient, right? And I'm also feeling for those of you who are going through maybe a traumatic experience, okay? The Empress becomes the Empress because she or he is just feminine energy, goes through a lot of shit. Virgo. So I feel like they're going to teach you confidence. They're going to teach you gentle strength, because the Empress rules with gentle strength. And she or he is very intuitive. Okay? Manifestation is huge with this Ancestors of Time over here, which is essentially, again, it's you. So let's see which crystal you should be using. Here Comes the Sun. It's funny, you mentioned that song yesterday, Stephen. I went to go put it on my YouTube, and apparently I listened to it before, because you know how, you see the line. But yeah, such a happy song. I love the song. I haven't heard the song in so long though, but apparently I put it on a couple weeks ago. All right, so which crystal with the Ancestors of Blood should you be using? So whichever one you choose, right? You can choose all three, but you only want to do one at a time, because it's a lot of freaking work. To work with your ancestors, believe me, trust me, they took me back to one past life, and that I'm still working on. And that's just one. Okay? So let's see what crystal you need to use. Which crystal for the Ancestors of Blood for Virgo, please, is going to serve them? So whichever one you choose, get this crystal, Virgo, meditate, and connect with the ancestors. Just be committed to consistently meditating, however many minutes. Start with 5, but just be consistent about it. You can find 5 minutes, whether this be in the shower, whether this be, you stop your car for 5 minutes. Hematite, spiritual grounding. Very interesting. I think I have hematite over here. I believe this is hematite. Is that hematite? I think that's hematite. So we have spiritual grounding, hematite, okay? And that's cheap. So what about the ancestors of place? If Virgo chooses ancestors of place, which crystal will serve you most? Which crystal will serve Virgo most for the ancestors of place? Which crystal will serve Virgo the most? Ooh, howlite. Spiritual beginning. Look at this. You get spiritual grounding, spiritual beginning. Oh, this will be interesting to see which crystal comes out for the ancestors of time here, huh? Beautiful blue. And howlite isn't expensive either. So that's always good. Okay, so what about the ancestors of time? Ancestors of time. Whoops, this one. Imperial topaz, confident manifestation. Yep. What did I say with the Empress, Virgo? What did I say? This is what they're going to teach you. Confident manifestation, confidence, creation. That's freaking beautiful, Virgo. Wow. All right, Virgo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video, please, and comment. All right, so last but not least, we have Capricorn. So 2615. Capricorn. Give me one moment there. Okay. I really like this reading. Tell me what you think about the Ancestor reading. All right. I feel like utilizing the ancestors, Capricorn, I don't know. There's so much magic in utilizing the ancestors, at least for me. There's a lot of magic. There's a lot of learning, and it's deep learning. It's some deep shit you can get to. Trust me when I tell you, there's some deep shit and growth that can come from working with our ancestors. So helpful, so helpful. All right, so Capricorn, ancestors of blood. What does Capricorn need to know about what the ancestors of blood will be working with? Which one you choosing, Carol? Did you catch the Taurus? Tell me what you guys are choosing for whatever sign you are. Okay, Capricorn. Let's see. Ancestors of blood. Ancestors of blood for Capricorn. What is it? Ancestors of blood. Ancestors of blood for Capricorn. Ooh, the Empress. Wow. Okay, so growth, confidence, manifesting. How to utilize what I'm getting with this, Capricorn, is if you choose to work with the ancestors of blood, they are going to teach you how to turn your tragedy into beauty. That's what I'm feeling with the Empress here. It's like the traumatic events that we experience, how to utilize those traumatic events to your benefit and transmute that energy, okay, for growth and appreciation of what you've been through. Because we've all been through shit, right? And, you know, you can say, oh, my shit's worse than yours. And I don't feel that way. I feel like because everybody's got a unique perspective, I don't feel like you can say one's trauma is worse than the other's, because what may be traumatic for one person may not be so traumatic for another. So it really is about perspective, right? It's almost like sometimes you say, well, why did that person react that way? Right? Well, that's their perspective. Everybody has free will to do so. And based on their experiences, that really is what determines our responses, our past experiences. So that's what I feel like the ancestors of blood are going to be working with for you. Okay, so the ancestors of place, Capricorn, we have strength, we have Leo energy. So I'm getting teaching you to rise, pulling that strength out of your heart. Okay, and I'm also getting integrity. Interesting, because it is the number 8 in this deck, strength, and 8 is all about abundance, and it is the infinity symbol, right? That reciprocity, that give and take. So balancing. Okay, so what about time? Ancestors of time. And interesting, the Empress is number 3, and 3 is all about manifestation. It is the Trinity. Knight of Wands. Wow. Okay, so again, ancestors of time, Capricorn, are essentially you in past lives, right? So we have the Knight of Wands here, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And this is all about, I'm getting adventure, right? Really acting on passions. But you have to remember the Knight of Wands, one, it's player energy, right? So that could be a thing in your ancestral lineage, right? Do you have a lot of players or playettes in your family? They may be able to help. Oh, well, wait a minute. This is ancestors of time. Excuse me. So this is you in past lives. So I feel like they're going to help you to understand why you're holding this energy, right? Why is it that you want to rush into things but then leave, right? Why you don't stay in any one point? Why are you staying in knight status, right? When you clearly can be an emperor or an empress. So let's see, that's interesting. So let's see how this would impact your life right now if you were to choose ancestors of blood, ancestors of place, or ancestors of time for Capricorn. What about ancestors of blood? How would this impact Capricorn's life? The 7 of Cups. This is going to open up options for you, I'm getting. This may also do something to your dreams. I'm also feeling like if for any Capricorns out there who are maybe confused, which direction should I go? Right? I have all these options. I have all these dreams. Maybe, it's like jack of all trades, master of none, right? And my belief is you can do them all, but if you want to master them, maybe focus on 1 or 2 at a time. So prioritize. I feel like they're going to teach you how you can make your dreams manifest, all of them, okay? And how to do it possibly in a way that's less confusing for you, right? So they're going to take this dreaminess. Maybe a lot of you have this Piscean energy, right? And you're finding it difficult to bring the manifestations down from, from the 5th dimension, right? To ground these manifestations. And I feel like, yeah, they're going to teach you to ground it because the Empress is about grounding. It is Taurus energy, right? Taurus Libra energy. So what about ancestors of place for strength? How will this impact Capricorn? We're going to pull a crystal card also, so you'll know which crystal to get to work with a specific ancestor. You need to do this in meditation. So you really got to commit to meditation at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. The Star. Oh my gosh. So you're going to learn how to make your dreams come true, but you're going to need strength to do it. So maybe there are obstacles that need to be overcome, and they're going to teach you how to do this. They're going to help you overcome this. They're going to help you understand possibly your ancestors of place are where you came from. So say it was Ireland, Italy, Switzerland, okay? I'm feeling like the particular ancestors had a problem. It's almost like getting through obstacles. That's what I'm feeling with this. So there's going to be, this is sort of like double duty, healing. And at the same time, through this healing, you gain strength and your wishes and dreams become a reality. So that's ancestors of place. So we have Leo and Aquarius energy here, Taurus and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. So what about the Knight of Wands? Knight of Wands for Capricorn and ancestors of time. This is interesting, Capricorn. For all of you players and playettes, you know who you are. So this is a karmic wheel. This is something that you keep repeating lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. For those of you who resonate with this, right? So they're going to teach you how to break this karmic cycle and choose a new one. Choose something new. Elevate from the night, right? They're saying from the Knight to the Emperor. Oh boy, they're saying quantum jumping. So they're going to teach you. That's pretty cool. Well, ancestors of time, right? They're going to teach you how to quantum jump from the Knight of Wands to Emperor status. Now they're showing me the Hierophant. Like there's a lot of wisdom that can be gained here. You have to remember, this is divine timing. There's a lot of divinity, who'da thunk, attached to the player card. A lot of divinity that you're going to, that's going to be illuminated for you. Sagittarius energy. They may even urge you to travel here because you have a lot of fire energy here. Wow. So that's going to be up to you. Ancestors of blood, ancestors of place, or ancestors of time, Capricorn. Now let's see what crystal you should be utilizing for each one. All right, so what about Capricorn? What crystal should be used for ancestors of blood? Botswana agates, breathe. They may have you meditating here, especially because of the dreams, when getting dreams from the Seven of Cups. There is a lot of divinity here I'm feeling, though, Capricorn. No matter which one you choose, I'm feeling divinity. So Botswana agates, again, breathe, right? If you choose ancestors of blood, ancestors of place, please. Which one? For Capricorn, which one? Ancestors of place. Ooh, gold. The solar angel. That's what I'm saying, Capricorn. I'm feeling this divinity. This is coming from strength in the star. Wow, the solar angel. They're going to help you shine through this strength, through this integrity. Big time. So gold, if you have a piece of gold, just, you can get like chips of gold. All right, so what about for ancestors of time? Which crystal? Oh, 2? You got 2. You're the first sign that got 2. So you've got kyanite alignment and morganite, equality in love. This is a beautiful stone, morganite, big. Okay, so that's very interesting. Kyanite alignment and morganite, equality in love. A lot of balance. This is going to bring a lot of balance. I feel like they're going to be working on your heart chakra as well. Wow, that's beautiful, Capricorn. All right, so that'll be up to you guys. Which ancestor you're going to choose to work with. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please drop a like below, share, and subscribe if you already haven't. If you're interested in a private reading, link to my Etsy shop is in the description box below. And don't forget to comment as well. Let me know if this resonates. I want to hear from you guys, and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified whenever I go live or upload a video. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, Nature Speaks 333, where I go out into nature and channel messages from the trees. Actually, I just posted earth signs yesterday. So there's messages from the trees for the earth signs. And actually, I get a post, I think, water today as well. So you guys have a wonderful day. And I think I will do air signs next. So stay tuned. I'll be back in a couple for a live. Namaste, guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate. Namaste.